Okay, and we are live this beautiful Saturday afternoon with special guest Peyton Fender. How are you doing today, Peyton?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. So we are doing the post show for the USA Sport Karate Kickoff. So Peyton, how about you tell everybody how you did at this tournament?
So I usually do fighting at most of these tournaments, but I took a turn at the tournament and I did weapons instead. And I won. It was my first time doing weapons at a tournament in a long time, so it was nice to kind of change scene a little bit.
Yeah, and do you often practice, even though you don't necessarily compete in weapons? Do you just like keep your skills sort of sharp so you can step into the ring, or is it something that you specifically prepared for this time around?
So on like my off nights from training fighting, I'll stay like later at the school and work on a weapon form or just like kicking stuff. Actually, the form I did this past weekend, I made a while back. It was a different form that I started from scratch with and just kind of took ideas here and there from some of the modern things that I'm seeing now.
Okay, very cool. What inspired you to compete in weapons at this tournament?
I do a lot of fighting, so I wanted to kind of take a step back from that because I know there's a lot of tournaments going on this year that I want to plan on going to, and I don't want to burn out before we finish the year. I want to start the year strong, and then finish the year strong.
Well, I mean, to win the overall, you won the overall, right, for weapons or the
We
grands?
didn't do grands, but
Okay.
I won the division.
Okay, got it. I mean, to win weapons, you're for the kickoff, the USA Sport Karate kickoff, and then we have a lot more. We're only in February. So, did you fight at this tournament?
I did not do fighting at this tournament. I took the fighting and did weapons instead.
Okay, got it. Very good. So overall, what were your thoughts on the kickoff event?
It was run very well. Mr. Jeremy and Dave Scalar, they work well as a team. And then the people that they have working with them, they happen to be my parents as well. So my parents also helped them coordinate, and they ran a really smooth event. You have also Mr. Tariq and Mr. Murray. They help out a lot. There was a little bit of a delay in the middle, but we picked back up right where we were. And yeah, it was a great event. There was a lot of people, a lot of really good talent.
Speaking of talent, you're a Florida native. Not only are you an amazing martial artist, but you're surrounded by so many great martial artists. Tell me a little bit more about the people and the type of competition that was at this event.
So let's see. A lot of my students were there. We worked them 5, sometimes 6 days a week. We just had a training today. Mr. Murphy's students, they're really up to par. They have great talent as well. Mr. Murray has some awesome students, awesome talent. Mr. Jeremy, Mr. Tariq, they bring some students there. There's a lot of other schools, especially within the Velocity team, that brings students, and the talent is always super amazing.
Yeah, I mean, USA Sport Karate is, sort of like a more of a regional circuit, but it brings national talent just because of the people who are in the area, the trainers, the coaches that are there. So, do you see the people who are also competing on the USA Sport Karate circuit stepping up into the more national, international stages and performing well?
Yes, we've had a couple students on the underbelt NASCA stage. I think we had 3 or 4 students at US Open for that night show, for the Friday night show for the underbelts.
Mhm.
There's a couple of other underbelts that I've seen coming up in NASCA. I saw a couple in Chicago that did really well.
Did you go to Chicago?
I did. I was in Chicago. It was my first time.
Oh, really? So, all right. So you are at the karate school right now. Your hair is in a slick back ponytail. For anyone who doesn't know, Peyton just finished training right before this, but she looks great. Doesn't look like she was just sweating on the karate in the karate school. Tell me a little bit about your day as a martial artist, and also how old are you?
I just turned 20 in December.
Okay, so 20, so a little past the teenager, but like a young woman. Like, what is your day to look like?
So today I got up early. I had to pick up a student, and then we came here. We've been here since about 9:45. Started training at 10. We did weapons, forms, and then fighting for 3 hours. So we just finished about an hour ago.
Okay. So that's Saturday. What about like your weekdays? Do you teach at this karate school?
I do. If I go by weekly schedule, I do school in the morning. I have classes at 9. So I do that, and then I come home. I do homework for about 2-3 hours. Then I come to what I call work, but it's not really work because it's something I really enjoy doing. I come and I teach about 50 kids. My job, my life, basically. I've been doing this since I was 5, so it's something that I love doing. I like working with kids. I like teaching martial arts.
Is that what you want to do ultimately? Maybe open your own school, continue teaching, like long term? How do you see karate fitting into
So
your future?
I do want to try to continue teaching. I'm actually going to school now. I'm trying to get my bachelor's in health sciences, so I can join PT school whenever I do that. So I'll get my doctorate in PT. But
Mhm.
right now, the way my schedule works is teaching works with schooling. So I'll be teaching up until I can't anymore, which I don't ever foresee that happening because I always want to have a foot in here.
That's great. It's once a martial artist, always a martial artist,
Of
especially if it's
course.
something you love. Um, and it's just so amazing. I actually, like a little personal note, is I've been applying for jobs, entering the real world. And something that the interviewers always ask me about is, I see martial arts on your resume, and they
Hmm.
ask me to talk about it, which is, I thought that sort of it's like at the very bottom of my resume and like hobbies and interests, but it dominates such a big part of our life. So definitely just gotta keep up with it because it's part of our lifestyle.
Definitely. I've been doing this since I was 5, so I'm going on 15 years this year, and I wouldn't want it any other way. If I had to do any other sport, I don't think I would have lasted as long in any other sport. But I
Mhm.
had really good role models growing up, and Mr. William is now my boss, but was my instructor whenever I was younger, and his son, Mark Canonizato. So I've had some really great role models growing up.
So you started when you were 5. How did you get into doing martial arts?
So my dad, we were walking, and we came in because they wanted to sign me up for a summer camp program because one of my
Mhm.
friends was here, and I wanted to do it with her. With the funny thing is I ended up staying, and she ended up hating it. Like by the end of the day, she was like, "Mom, take me home. I don't want to do it."
Mhm.
But I was like, "No, I want to stay. I love this." So it kind of started in summer camp, and then we grew from there, and then I got my white belt, and then I got into black belt club, and then I started competing, and I've been competing since I was about 7. So about 2 years into martial arts, I started competing, and then I've been here ever since.
That's great. So what has been your most memorable either competition, milestone event in your martial arts career?
So I would say a milestone event for me, when I was a junior, my first time on a big stage was Battle of Atlanta.
Mm.
I did teams with one of my teammates at the time at Battle of Atlanta, and then I ended up winning the overall grands at Battle as well.
And that's a big fighting tournament. That's like nothing.
Yes,
The open weight division for men's is sometimes like 60 deep. Women bring out great
definitely.
competition, and juniors as well. So that's a big accomplishment.
And then a milestone for me as an adult was actually making it to stage for overalls at Pan American in November.
And so that was pretty recently. I mean, 20 is 2 years into the adult division, but it's still you're going against women who have been doing this for like 10 plus years.
Of course, and it was my first time on the stage, and my first NASCA as an adult. I want to say was pretty. It was actually Battle last year because 2020 we didn't really have much,
Right.
so it was almost like being a rookie all over again. Still being the rookie because I haven't been doing it that long in the adult division.
So tell me about that. I remember I did teams with Nikki and Gabby at US Open, and we were fighting Impex. And those women have been in the karate circuit, in the karate scene for what feels like a lifetime. They're so talented. And Verona had her baby on the sideline, and here I am, like 18 years old, or I was 19 at the time, 19 years old, fighting a woman with a baby who's like also so skilled and has all that knowledge and wisdom. What's your experience been like, keeping up or working around the experience that some of the women that you're fighting with against have?
So at US Open, I fought Morgan. I had the luxury of fighting Morgan, and it was like I was like so starstruck. I was like, I'm fighting Morgan Plowden, like the Morgan Plowden who's won so many titles, and even I did lose, but even though I lost, I took it more of like a learning lesson. To be like, hey, you just fought someone that's like super high up in the fighting world in general, and I got to fight her, and now I have that fight to look back to and see what I could have done different or what I could have done at the moment, and it's really great because she's amazing with what she does.
So you don't have to reveal all your cards or anything, but what is like one main takeaway after fighting Morgan? Because that is an experience, even if you lose, and in any fight, if you lose, you get a takeaway. But from that fight in particular, do you remember a takeaway?
I remember seeing how confident she was with all of her techniques, and that I know confidence is something that's really important when you're fighting. Because if you don't have the confidence with a certain technique that you're doing, and you try it, but you're not confident with it, then there's not really a chance that you're going to end up landing that technique.
Sometimes it does more harm than good because you either telegraph or you're slow, and then making a
Yes,
point off of you trying something new.
yes, yes. So definitely confidence. Her confidence is something that I took away from that.
Okay. How have you been trying to build that confidence in your training and now that you're looking forward into a new year of competition?
So my main training group is guys. So guys hit harder than women for the most part. Sometimes they have like more of the athletic ability,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been working up to it, and so I train with Mr. Hakeem. Mr. Hakeem is one of the biggest people that have the biggest person that has an impact on my fighting in general, and he's really helped me get to where I am right now, as well as Coach Murphy. He's been really great as well. And then all the guys I train with, even though they hit me, I hit them back, and it's like mutual friendship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so tell me a little bit about friendship. I mean, I have seen your Instagram or Facebook post. It looks like you have a close knit community and family in your martial arts life. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So at the school I'm at today, I have Mr. William. Mr. William is he's family at this point. I've known him almost my entire life. Mr. Tariq, Mr. Jeremy, and Mr. Mark. They were my very first instructors starting out, and I still have contact with them. I go to their school. They come here. We train together. We talk together. It's like a close knit family. And then I've had Team Velocity for a while now. We're a really close knit family as well. It's not even we're a team, but we're more a family than anything.
That's great. That's great. So you said that you're also a student and you want to become a physical therapist. That's right.
Yes.
So there's people like Ross who have gone on to be physical therapists. How do you think that your martial arts experience sort of informs your desire to be a physical therapist?
So I've actually gone through physical therapy a couple times. So I've had, to see what they were doing, and I've developed a love for how like the movement of the body works and how certain exercises can help you build those muscles. And then also working with kids, because I do want to do pediatric. So since I
That's
work with
great.
kids every day, I have an idea of what it's like. And then doing physical therapy on top of it is almost like it'll be like teaching almost,
Mhm.
because then I'll be learning as a student, But once I get to pass on the information to someone else, it's something I like. Helping people. Helping is something that I like to do.
That's what it all comes down to, it sounds like. And you have found a profession that combines all your different interests and aspects into one, and that sounds like the perfect thing for you.
Yes, it's definitely something I'm looking forward to. And having a lot of the parents here who are already in their careers and bringing their kids, we have a couple parents that are actually in physical therapy as well.
Oh, that's very cool. And have you like talked to them about the roadmap?
Yes, one of the moms that brings her child here, she went to UCF, and I'm at UCF right now, and she knows a couple of the teachers in the program that I want to get into.
University of Central Florida. That's not the one that Haley goes to, right?
Haley goes to UF. She goes to University of Florida.
Okay. And your colors are gold and black?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a friend in high school that goes to UCF. All right, I'm so jealous. So I'm from New Jersey. Right now I'm in North Carolina, and it's like, it's 40 degrees, so not the nicest. And I see her Snapchat story, like tanning near a body of water.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the ocean where you guys are located or like some lake or river, but it looks so nice, and I'm so jealous.
Yeah, it's like, I don't even think it's 60. I think it's like 70 something outside right now.
I'm so
where we
jealous.
are.
Ugh.
I know, it's crazy.
Well, I'm gonna be going down to Florida next week, so Fort Lauderdale.
For Starcade?
No, actually not Starcade. Valentine's Day, but maybe I should check it out. Where's Starcade located? That's another
in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh my goodness! What are the odds?
It's February 11th and 12th. It's run by Murphy Gonzalez, the coach of Velocity.
Okay, well, that's a perfect transition to sort of wrap up this interview. You're on Velocity. A little plug for Starcade, February 11th and 12th in Fort Lauderdale. I might just have to stop by because I will be in Fort Lauderdale on February 11th.
Perfect timing.
It is. Okay. Well, so is that your next tournament, I'm assuming?
Yes, that is my next tournament to fight at. I'll be fighting at that tournament.
Okay.
Maybe I'll pop out with the weapons form. I don't know. We'll see.
You should do it. So have you ever done like, in juniors, people would do 6-7 divisions, but now are you more cautious of doing multiple divisions at one tournament?
So when it came to local tournaments, I would do all 3 divisions. I would do forms, weapons, and fighting. Towards the end of my junior years, I started kind of getting away from forms and weapons and really focusing on fighting because it was something that I enjoyed the most out of the 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alrighty. Well, maybe I'll see you next weekend. Congratulations again, Peyton, on winning weapons at this kickoff for USA Sport Karate tournament.
Thank you.
All right. And for everyone watching, thanks so much for tuning into the Power Chat series. Hope you enjoyed the show with Peyton, and come back next time. Have a great day.